I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video for Tuesday, the 28th of September, and you bet it feels good out this morning. Most folks are in the 50s, a few spots in the 40s, and that old hot summer weather, it's out of here for a while, maybe till next summer. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, from Tuscaloosa, a crystal clear sky. That's looking east from the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. Down to the south on the Highway 80 corridor, that's the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, crossing the Alabama River. And also in that zone, that's the Auburn Skycam, near the campus of Auburn University. Look at that trough. Nice indeed. A week ago, we had that blazing ridge in place with temperatures near 100. That thing is long gone. It shifted out to the west. Western ridge, eastern trough. And accordingly, the numbers are looking just fine. 49 at Haleyville at 5 o'clock. Gadsden, 50. 55 at Birmingham. And tomorrow morning should be just as cool. And around the nation, that looks a lot like fall. You can see 40s all the way from North Alabama and Tennessee up to the Great Lakes. It's a lot of 40s out west. And the big story yesterday in terms of the heat was out there in Los Angeles. So you can see the warmer weather over the deserts. Downtown Los Angeles had a high of 113 yesterday with the downslope wind. That's their all-time record high. But LAX didn't even set a record high at the big airport. They think they had 104. But, you know, this was the coolest summer, one of the coolest summers on record out there. So it's about time it finally got hot for them. Awfully late in the season for that. Convective outlook, there's a slight risk of severe weather today on the Atlantic seaboard, east of the trough axis from the coast of North Carolina up to almost Cape Cod. And look at the rain on the East Coast this week. And more than likely, a lot of that will be the result of a tropical storm moving up the coast. That could be Nicole, Miami, 7 inches, 11 inches near Charleston. But around here, not a drop. Going to be dry for a while. There's the tropics, and there's the system down there in the Caribbean that should become Nicole. The rest of the basin is pretty quiet. There's enhancement, and you can see a thing starting to get its act together down there below Cuba, west of Jamaica. And the modeling in fair agreement, you got really two camps. One keeps it offshore. Most of the models run it right up the coast, and more than likely that will be the correct track, we believe. Coming across Miami and then kind of coming up through the Outer Banks and up toward Chesapeake Bay, New York City, interior New England. And most of the models keep this as a tropical storm, and that's probably correct with the interaction with land. One or two try and make it a Category 1 hurricane, but the big issue here will be the heavy rain and the flooding threat up the eastern seaboard with what should be Nicole. This is the OZGFS at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Look at that trough. Nice. Down below, I'll tell you now, it's just going to be dry for a while. It's just a matter of figuring out the highs and figuring out the lows, and that's not a bad thing to do. We should be in the mid to upper 70s today. Tomorrow, same deal. We'll start the day in the low 50s, maybe a smidgen warmer up there, close to 80, but the humidity will stay pretty low. Here's Thursday. The tropical system should be around Chesapeake Bay. Very heavy rain there. And breezy, needless to say. Friday, probably maybe 80 to 81, something like that. And again, we'll start the day in the 50s. And on Saturday, trough still in place. New surge of cooler air coming down the pike. That looks good. New surface high up around International Falls. And on Sunday, more cool air advection. Highs in the probably low 70s, and good chance we'll start the day maybe in the upper 40s there, if not Sunday morning, Monday morning. There's a look at Monday. The GFS is showing a low of 49 Monday morning here, and a high of only 73. And a week from today, same deal. So you can see it's a pretty easy job forecasting our weather. We'll check the end of the forecast on the 13th. Now, the trough axis a little to the west this time, basically from near Duluth, Minnesota, down to Little Rock, and this time we got a surface low in the southern Gulf, and with the trough axis farther west, you have to wonder, again, I would be just really surprised if we make it through this hurricane season without some type of Gulf hurricane. Hopefully I'm dead wrong. But just think about how untouched that water is. And there's just a natural process that needs to happen to transfer the heat. We'll see. But if that's the case, that could be problematic for the Central Gulf. But we all know this is pure voodoo. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video by 3:30 or so here today. And if you are local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.